I guess I'll put him on my team just for fun.
Don't forget
Let's
about
see.
the demon head who's kind of like stuck in the back.
Yeah, I want to get that rail cannon whenever I get the chance. Let's see, where the fuck would... Oh, I have to do this, I forgot. Here we go. Yeah. He's got to have some kind of gun on him, right?
You can check his stats.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's see, change Zoid. Oh. Oh, I have to, like... Z data? Yeah, here we go. Or no. Yeah, no. Is weapons in here or not? Fuck it, we'll find
Try
out.
next page.
I play this shit YOLO style. We got command wolves over here.
Oh, yes.
That was one of the Zoids you used to have back in the day, one of the model kits.
Yes, I had 2 models as a kid. I had a Command Wolf and
War Shark.
War Shark. Yeah, that was the name of the one. And as a kid, I thought like, well, I recognize the Command Wolf. I don't recognize the War Shark. And I remember thinking to myself, why isn't this a Liger Zero like the fucking idiot that I was? It's like I was like blinded by that old like Zoids anime with Liger Zero being. Oh, look at that! Ooh, I like her hairbands.
Yeah. Another cool thing about this, like, just about the franchise in general, is all these names, even, like, the really white-sounding names, are all the original, like, Japanese names. They weren't changed for the dub. So
when they said this dude's name was Herman,
look at this,
they meant it to
formation.
be Herman.
A bunch of jokers, if you ask me. What do you say
got, like,
we show them what for?
Oh, let's give it a shot. You got like 2 King Kongs, but you got a Godzilla.
But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool that like names like Claudia, Harry, Brad, and all that were the original names given from the like the Japanese. They weren't just dub name changes.
That's pretty cool of them to be, I guess, cognizant of localization.
Indeed. I did 1 damage to the fucking Iron Kong PK. Pros and Knights, by the way, for the non-acronym savvy. It's a callback to my old Ruby LP where I said like an acronym and I said for the non-acronym savvy. All right.
That guy's health is like, oh, is that health bar a 0?
It's getting low. And yes, that can pierce my front Zoid and hit the one in the back. Or in the one on the side, rather, but you know what I mean.
Let's say that was weird. Yeah.
Yunin Logia is actually a real, like, extinct animal dinosaur thing.
What?
Yunin Logia is actually the name of a dinosaur that once existed.
No, I'm not kidding.
Yipe! His name Yipe!
Next thing you know, like all of a sudden it's gonna cut to a Zoid head. Like, no fair! Ack! Yipe!
He's just expanding his dong all over us at this point.
Massive expansion pack.
Where's the dong?
That was always the weirdest meme, and it came up in random like points too. Like at first it was just Donkey Kong, and then like
something expand dong.
Yeah, just like prepare for my massive expansion pack with all of the various Donkey Kong Country title stuff.
Just like, yeah.
Like, I think there was one for Crash Bandicoot, and it was like, I think that was the original one, because it's like the original Crash doing like the excited hands up and smiling, saying completely
and it
erect.
was like a really zoomed in picture with like the lowest quality JPEG possible.
Yeah, you could see every square that the Naughty Dog put into him at that point.
Every square.
And it was beautiful and creepy at the same time. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what I was trying to say. I think what is that, a gun raptor in the middle back?
Yeah, I'm just using my organoids to get my double turns, because once you do that, you get 2 turns for like every Zoid using one.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, that's what ZOS does. It overloads the Zoid, except it's not bad for the Zoid when they're using an organoid.
Huh.
You have the
Neat.
red horn here. Not as cool as Harry Champ's dark horn, but it's there.
I mean, some people can't be the king.
Or a man destined to be such.
True that.
It's funny that like the character. Okay, beam guns, good enough. Finish that fucker off. Opponent's okay, what?
He's okay. I see his parachute. He's fine.
How can anyone dislike the translation of this game? It couldn't be possibly better.
Like, don't worry. Like, even though his Zoid exploded, I saw the parachute. He's good.
I think I mentioned it in a part before, but I had the Nightwise before because it was at Kmart when they were closing. Don't have it anymore though, sadly. I'd like to replace it one of these days because, I mean, who doesn't like owls? Owls are some of the coolest animals in the world.
Couldn't agree more.
I mean, as a Texan, I can tell you I used to have those around my house all the time back in the day, or in the trees, rather. And they're so kawaii with their big eyes.
And the fact that they can perform a full exorcist and turn their heads around, and they eat the mice.
Yeah, nature can really frighten you sometimes.
I think it was said greatest in, I can't believe I'm saying this, Family Guy, damn nature, you scary.
Yeah, it's okay to reference that every once in a while.
Sometimes they come up with some good stuff.
Oh yeah, especially the vintage Family Guy.
You want to talk about vintage Family Guy? The original pilot, I recall, was a cartoons, I think.
Yeah, it was like these two. It was like a guy and his dog, and they had the Peter and Brian voice, but they were different names or whatever.
Yeah, it's like this dog, like this stupid dude, goes to the pound, and this dog with obviously like Brian's level of intelligence is telling him, "You got to adopt me, man. Otherwise, they're going to give me the euthanasia." And then the guy does the Peter voice, like, "Oh, gee, they got enough kids over there already."
Look at this, man. I'm just dodging every attack. This is why the waifu stays on the team for Laifu.
I had a feeling Laifu was going to get rhymed in there somewhere.
I mean, I don't know, man. Before I played this game, I thought like the whole waifu concept was like stupid and cringy and all that, and then I saw the light. I mean, to be fair, back then I was like, I don't know. I still had that kind of stigma against anime, and I was like, I don't know. I didn't like the weeb stigma attached to me, so even though I was very clearly drooling over her, I didn't like to talk about it because I didn't want to look like some kind of weeb, which I fully embrace that side of myself now. I mean, it's because of my weeb tendencies that I got the girlfriend I have today, because we got into a Fire Emblem Fates roleplay thing.
Eh?
I don't
Sometimes
fucking care. I'll say it. It was a sexual roleplay, and once it got to that point, she asked me if I loved her, and I told her I did, and the rest was history. I'll fucking say that on camera. I don't care.
2 things I want to say. Number 1, I greatly respect your ability to openly say that with no care, and I'm happy that you got a real life GF.
But Claudia is the best waifu of all time.
There you go.
As soon as you said I'm happy, I had to say that.
Yeah, I know. The second thing I wanted to say was, have you noticed that the past 2 people you killed, before their Zoids blew up and their parachutes deployed, they die going, ha-ha. And at first I thought like the first guy dodged the attack, just like, ha-ha, I dodged it. And then his
This is
Zoid
a
blew
little
up. I'm like,
something for you busters.
right there.
What's up with that? Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. I sold my soul to Satan, but bought it back from God with this song.
What?
I showed
How
you
does that
that
work?
song. he
I'm
he
actually...
used the song as currency.
Jeez. Hearing it, I'm just trying to wrap my head around how does that work? I mean, is the devil and God on like some weird bartering thing? Like devil's like, I got this
Holy
soul.
shit, the light bar on my PlayStation controller just turned green. That's the color of weed, folks.
Shh! Don't tell anybody about that.
The W33D.
For those of you into leet speak, it translates to weed.
My friend Jack actually, like, that's big, by the way. He referred to weed as W33D when he was saying that he sold his original copy of Dark Souls for weed.
This big Jack, or
Mm-hmm. That's what I just said.
I didn't catch if it was big or not.
Yeah, he's a chill guy.
I couldn't tell based on all the interactions I had with him online. He seemed like a very intense individual.
Back then he kind of was, but he's mellowed out ever since he started partaking in the devil's lettuce.
Truly, for the elite, if you're going to give up Dark Souls. Smash!
Well, he has the, like, I think he has it on, he has it on PS4, or no, not PS4. He has it on PC now, I believe, so it's not a big deal, but...
Gotcha.
Yeah, man. When you sell your soul to Satan, you gotta make a song so good that you can buy it straight back from God.
That's a lesson for all you kids out there. You know, if you ever find yourself in a weird situation, you need a little cash.
Alternatively, if you owe him, all you have to do is, like, collect the souls of certain cartoon things.
Yeah, like Goopy Legrand. That's the only name that I can remember. Callie Maria.
A good day for a fine battle, or whatever it is that it says in that game. I don't actually own it.
I do, and it says something different generally almost every time, like a good day for a swell battle, or something like that's the only one that really comes to mind because it's just like
Wallop.
The most 1940s. That's like the title thing.
Yeah.
And begin.
Did you get to pay back your debt to the devil yet, by the way?
I'm working on it. Like I'm
working on it.
It's like
go work on it. I'm working on it. Do you realize? Let me tell you something. Do you realize that if the health department of Greene County saw those videos that you put up on the damn internet, they can condemn our house and we would have to move out of it?
The greatest lumberjack of all times. I wear flannel because of that man. May he rest in
Robert
peace.
Chandler. Yeah, taken from us too soon.
Get away from that internet.
I'm cutting it
down.
No, Dad. No,
Dude, that guy's story is so chronicled.
I seriously, like, not even joking one bit, I want them to make a biopic film about his life.
They have.
That would be, well...
On YouTube, it's...
I know there's, like, a documentary, but I mean, like, a literal, like... You know what would be really cool? If he was still alive, if Chris Farley was able to play, you know, Kristen Chandler, that would be, like, really fitting, you know?
I don't know, man. I'd feel bad for Chris Farley if someone said, this is the role for you, and he took it. Like, I'd be like, Chris, you're better than this.
Well, yeah, but Chris Farley was always a really humble guy, so...
Yeah, true, but, like,
he wasn't, you know, he played dopey characters, so it's not like he would be that, you know.
That's a whole nother level, though. Like, I can't see him playing with Crayola magic clay, making
My
sonotube medallions.
medallion this whole time was made of Crayola fucking model magic and acrylic paint. Look at that
Oh,
fucking look at what Supplier gave us for that G, man.
ooh,
Take a
that's a
gander
lot
at
of
that.
G's.
Claudia's gonna be able to buy her a new gold chain with that one.
Eh, the mams need to get something good every once in a while. We're not from this era. I'm not even going to try to read it. Preutzen.
Poison. It's just Prosen. Yeah, my boy Pulse giving his input. I need to have my cat on the commentary to just match Pulse's speech.
Can you make the cat meow on command? Like, meow.
If she gets pissed off enough, she'll do it, yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, granted, it comes with the backlash of having a pissed off cat.
I used to, work out by using my cats as weights, because I used to have fat cats.
That's a good one. I got a fat dog, but I mean, I don't know what to do with him.
Oh yeah, we have
time...
covering fire now. We can use our transport Zoid to attack the enemy.
Huh. Neat.
And we lose Van and Fiona here, so no more Blade Liger.
They didn't say you lost the Blade Liger, it just said Van left the party.
You know what? That is entirely true. We didn't even lose the Gojulus either. The North, alright. At least they tell you that. Let's see. No, we lost it. I don't see it in here.
Oh, that's cold-blooded. They built my hopes up and sent them crashing.
Now we can put the Demon's Head in front like we're supposed to. There we go. And then we get the Command Wolf Irvine special. IS. Get Irvine in there, why not? He's the guy. I love this overworld music too. It's just fantastic. You should
I'm gonna
probably
take
heal
you.
too. Yeah, I'll probably link it to you later off screen.
All right, cool.
Could be like DSP and do some off-screen grinding, and that way I'll have a level 97 character for the third boss in the game.
Shh. Totally did that legitimately.
There he is.
Preutzen. He looks evil.
That's my boy, man. Shoutouts to Dave Kelly, the voice of Prosen. I know he doesn't get credited on myanimelist.com because this is kind of an obscure series, but my man Dave Kelly did a great job voicing him.
Waifu don't seem to like Preutzen that much.
Oh yeah, see, because she is an Imperial warrior, and with Prosen being the Emperor, you know, she doesn't exactly see eye to eye with those ideals, so it's kind of no wonder.
Fair enough. How did they hear him over the mountains, though? Hang on, let me grab the decision maker of my life. A coin.
A coin?
Yeah. Well, you already decided.
Yeah, I
and
just
luckily,
kind of went with it.
Luckily, it was a decision that the coin made for you anyway.
Extra dank.
Gotta love it when it's convenient.
Just like the rules.
Oh, the rules, man. Now I'm not gonna trust anything without "duh" in front of it.
I need to have Snoop Dogg's signature right under that, or I'm just not gonna take it as credible whatsoever.
It's totally credible.
All right, more black. It said +0, but whatever. I don't want to change my color, so I'll remain at what I was at.
Just educate me again. Like, what are the different colors? I know black is like for attack.
I can't remember. I just know black is usually the one you want. For one reason or the other, because you want that offense. Oh shit! That's my boy! Hold on, I'm gonna try to voice this guy. I gotta get my best Niles voice going. So, you think you can go beyond this point? The treasures are mine. Treasures? You must be mistaken. Come on. You are cute, but sly, aren't you? You've brought a big crowd of new Zoids and friends with you. Oh, welcome. See Irvine's acquaintance?
You don't want to know him too much.
You'll know which one of us will be hurt. Yes, this is my boy right here, Stinger. The coolest gay character in any fucking anime to exist. And I'm not, like, even making fun of him at all, because in the show, he is a fucking badass, and he actually does manage to overpower Van in the show.
Huh.
But yeah, he's like... Because for 1999, man, having a gay character that was actually portrayed as cool, it's kind of unheard of.
Yeah, normally they're just portrayed as
like
gay
sissies
character.
Or something, yeah.
Hey, gay badass.
No. Yeah, I'm trying to do like Niles' voice from Fire Emblem, because he's the guy you can get married to if you play male character.
Huh.
He's fucking badass too. He's like an archer.
This is Niles, huh? Niles.
Yeah, Niles.
They share a voice actor or something?
Resist me. Oh. I can't remember who voices Stinger off the top of my head.
They got us. I think if you're going to be playing the Niles character, I'll play a gruff Irvine character. I don't even know if that's his voice, but that's...
he's voiced by Mark Gatha, who did the main character of G Gundam, Domon Kashu. Who's like really... how do I say? Just kind of like the really over the top and like manly and shit, but he's not all that gruff. He's kind of a shonen hero, you know, Naruto type character.
Can't do the Naruto
Not
voice.
quite a Naruto voice, but maybe closer to something that you have seen, like not quite Luffy, maybe closer to Zoro.
Oh, so that deep voice, just like
Like
listen,
a
Straw
really,
Hat, I'm not
like,
really feeling this.
Yeah, fucking Christopher Sabat.
Join up with a pirate, huh? Fine. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I liked Zoro. He was one of my favorite characters in the show.
Like, you ever catch his like backstory, like what he was all about, why he was like so adamant on becoming the greatest swordsman?
I remember his sparring partner ended up getting killed.
Yeah, like, so he was at a school, like he was an orphan, but he was at a school for learning sword fighting, and he insisted on using more than one sword. He used a two-sword style.
Yeah.
And he was pretty good. He was able to beat like pretty much any other dude.
And he had this one lady that like would always beat him.
Yeah, she was the daughter of the guy who ran the school.
Yeah.
And the thing was, he could never beat her, no matter what. And everyone's like, dude, what the hell? You can beat anybody else except her. And he's like, I really don't know. And he kept training his ass off. And at one point, he said, hey, we're going to fight with real swords. Because, like, I think this will give me the edge. And she beat him, naturally. And then they had a heart-to-heart moment where she's like, listen, one of these days, Sora, you're going to get better than me because I'm a girl. And he literally would not have it. He said, being a girl has nothing to do with it. I'm going to be better than you because I became stronger than you by training. So how about this? One of us is going to become the greatest swordsman, and then we're going to fight for the title.
Yeah.
And she was cool with it.
I remember some of that. Obviously not the whole, it's been a whole minute since I've watched that segment, but I do remember, like, that being the general gist.
Yeah. Like, spoiler alert for anybody who's never seen One Piece or is actually interested. She died by essentially slipping and falling, and Zoro went into full denial. There's no damn way that this person I could never beat died by slipping.
So he strived to be like the best swordsman.
Yeah.
And he had kind of this rivalry with Mihawk, another character that appeared later on.
That's because he is the greatest swordsman.
Yeah.
That's why he's like, I'm going to beat this man.
In the 4Kids dub, she didn't die. She fell down the stairs and was crippled for the rest of her life.
Let's not mention the 4Kids version of One Piece.
That was the name of the treasure.
The weirdest thing, because I watched like a comparison of like 4Kids versus Funimation. I'd already gone Funimation because I remember 4Kids was goofy, but I never got too far in the 4Kids version.
By the way, whenever Michael says goofy, he means that he has a negative opinion of it. He means it's generally kind of shit.
Just a forewarning, people. I mean,
that's his nice way of saying it.
Like, I mean, some things Goofy are cool, like Goofy the Disney character. I like it. Goofy isn't funny, I like it, but if it's an anime like One Piece, if I say something was goofy about it, then it was probably bad. Like the Sanji dub in 4Kids.
You sound like he had a constant cold going on.
Hang on, I'm going to try to do my impersonation of 4Kids Sanji.
Alright.
And the name's Sanji. Try not to get that one wrong either. And it's like, it literally made me go, oh man, I felt better about listening to Joey.
What are you saying, Nami?
Brooklyn
that was my attempt at doing fucking 4Kids Usopp, who was voiced by Jason Griffith. Huh. I'd better get out of here.
Yeah, like I don't know who the voice actor is, but Krillin is the one who voices him in Funimation.
Sonny Strait is his name. Yes.
Yeah, he does a really good job as Usopp. And fun fact for anybody who doesn't follow One Piece, Usopp essentially goes from a punk kid to God.
Oh yeah, he has like this alter ego that fucking kicks ass.
Yeah, the alter ego was like the Sniper King, but further on after a time skip, he takes on the alias of God Usopp. And people start buying into it up to the point where like he gets the highest bounty out of anybody, like millions and millions of the currency of the anime. And it was hilarious because like the name on the bounty card was God Usopp.
It wasn't $2 billion double dollars, was it?
Nah. It wasn't $2 billion double dollars. I think it was like, I want to say 500 million Berry. Like I don't know what the currency is.
Berry or Bell or whatever it was called. Yeah, I think it was Berry.
I think like if you use the Japanese pronunciation of the L sound,
because L and R are interchangeable essentially.
Like,
yeah.
Betty, yeah, that one. But yeah, that was like the goofiest. Like, I'm saying that in a good way. The funniest.
They never did catch that humanoid typhoon though.
Well, eventually he just became like a natural disaster, and that's like you can't insure a natural disaster. I think that was the excuse they gave, right?
Yeah. I mean, the way my friend described it was great. He's like, well, Vash isn't exactly a human. He's a plant. Like, you mean like a photosynthesis? No, like a power plant.
So essentially, him coming through and wrecking a town is like a power plant going super critical
or
and
whatever, yeah.
Okay. I don't mean to interrupt or be like that, but that side of my job is coming in. Critical is actually not a bad thing. To anybody who's ever worried about
we were
like
discussing
nuclear power
Fallout, because I had gotten Fallout 4, and he was like, "Oh, what? 5 rads? That's nothing. Give me that fucking Nuka-Cola."
Exactly. Yeah, it's like everybody said like like in movies like the reactor is critical. Oh no, we're all gonna like, and I'm looking at myself going like, what are you guys pissing your pants about? The reactor going critical is not bad. Reactor critical means nothing's happening. Super critical is what you got to be worried about. That's some dangerous shit.
What about a critical hit?
Okay, that's super effective. When you're talking about nuclear power, though, critical is not bad. Critical might as well be stable.
Yeah, my homeboy here is like got into some nuclear engineering, so if you want to see some Fallout action in real life.
That's the funny thing about it. I can only talk about it so much because it's all like shh. But basic concept, I can talk about. Like, I feel like I'm cool to talk about that. I don't know. That's the funny thing. Like, that job has ruined a lot of video games and movies for me.
That it has.
Mainly because, like, my understanding of how nuclear power works, and it's like, well, now I can't enjoy it because, like, they're over the
It's
top
sort of like
reactions.
how when I got into Smash Bros, I started studying frame data, and it like ruined my enjoyment of some games because like I learned the specifics behind how certain hitboxes worked and realized how bullshit some of them were.
Mine's great.
Was that it? No? Okay. When I see a different line of dialogue, whoa! She's like Setsuna from Fire Emblem. Well, Setsuna is like the stoner character, so she's more like, whoa.
Whoa.
Setsuna's another good waifu character. Like, I could imagine just hotboxing a fucking room with her, and then like, you realize that fucking her is really like good when you're on weed because it universally feels better.
I cannot comment because I have no idea. No idea. I got my own waifus though, and I'm telling you right now, one of them would break me in half.
Yeah, if you've played Senran Kagura, my boy here has a thing for Miss Daidoji, who...
Old Daidoji.
Who can break a bottle of Kraken in half, down the entire thing, and be like, that was supposed to be strong? Shit.
That's underplaying her entirely. This is like in the game Estival Versus, there's like a little like sub chapter where you can essentially do some like mini fighting, like mini boss fighting, and she's in it. And the whole plot of the game is you're in an alternate dimension, and essentially Daidoji never came with them. But then she shows up, and they're like, "Daidoji, how'd you get here?" She's like, "I found myself frozen in place, and out of anger, I punched through time and space, and here I am."
Oh shit, he said time and space at the same time as you.
Oh jeez, and he sounds way too happy. But yeah, like she literally said, "I punched through time and space because I was pissed off, and here I am."
Is that like Majin Buu did whenever he was so pissed that he punched through the seal of the hyperbolic time chamber? Because he couldn't get candy anymore?
I want to say yes, but probably a little bit different. Like this one was like just stuck in place and then somehow managed to mentally start punching and then physically punching through time. But yeah,
obviously the second one, because I want more black. There we go.
I mean, it gives you the option to go back, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, she won't believe me if I say that we found it at like a fucking hobby shop, so...
I would believe it anyway. I mean, like, just, that was pretty cool. Where'd you pick that up? Oh, the pawn shop down there? Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
I mean, her knowledge is as thick as her body.
Just in case anybody didn't have a visual for Miss Claudia, she's got some glorious thighs.
Oh yes, that was one of the reasons I initially liked her so much, because most anime girls tend not to have that. They tend to all have the same body type, just copy pasted with the head put on 5 different times, like Love Live, but.